All right, Reds, strap in. This weekend's tilt with West Ham is a full-blown relegation six-pointer. Stretford End is desperate for anyone in red to remember where the net is, but United's mind is going to be on the final coming up, sir. But if we pick up some form in the league, it certainly wouldn't hurt. How are we feeling before this, bottom half of the table scrap with the Hammers at Old Trafford on the weekend?
Look, this is a training match. We need to see different looks from the man. Like, it's all about the final. Let's be honest. Win that trophy. We get the 100 million. We get Champions League football next year. We can rebuild the team proper. Lots of players want Champions League football. And if United has Amram with a trophy and Champions League football plus some cheddar, goes a long way to accelerate the rebuild that we desperately need. Financial struggles. This manager hasn't had his rebuild. So this is the get out of jail free card highway robbery final. Now, West Ham, absolutely shit side, down in the mud with United. Winning this does nothing for us. But at the end of the day, we need to get Ahmad fitness. We need to get Mason Mount fitness. We need to get Kobe Mainu fitness. I really think that this is critical to getting players match fit, getting different looks for Amram so you can decide on that final starting 11 in Bilbao.
No, I have to agree. It's a tune-up match. It's all about the final. Eyes on the 21st of May, St. Moms Stadium in Bilbao. But look at the table. So we're in 15th, right? Who we're playing in the final, 16th, and West Ham right behind them. So tight. Battle of the Bastards final coming up on the 21st. But like you said, West Ham, it's all about finding form, keeping form for players who are really starting to get there and find their feet, and avoiding injury. Avoiding injury. That is got to be the most important thing, because we haven't had a squad this deep probably the whole season, even under Ten Hag. So that's got to be the MO headed into this game against the Hammers. Everybody's safe from relegation. That's already been done and dusted. But it'd be good to not finish the season, regardless of what happens to Europa League in 15th place. 11th would feel better.
Europa League or bust, sir. Let's jump into this preview.
Sir. It's Manchester United versus West Ham United, game week 36 at Old Trafford, Sunday, May 11th, 6:15 a.m. Pacific, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Let's do some just a little opening segments. I mentioned we're in 15th, they're in 17th. 2 points separate the two. We're winless. United are winless in 5 league games. Oh my God. 3 losses, 2 draws. Hammers haven't tasted victory in the last 5 either. True battle in the mud. The last time West Ham won at Old Trafford was the famous Tevez Great Escape strike, 2007, 17 years since they've gotten a victory. But they did beat us 2-1 in the reverse fixture earlier this season. They got a late VAR call, Jared Bowen, stoppage timer. So a lot of stuff going into this game. We're playing at Old Trafford. Where else? Not quite under the lights. It's going to be a nice day. Summer day. Low 70s, sunny, beautiful weather in Manchester. Alex's Scran Watch. We're eating, sir. We're going to the Osthaus Bar and Restaurant. We're going to be eating outside. They got some good outdoor eating. They got some burgers, whatever. Patio seats. John can't see the Scran, but I'm sure he'd be giving us quite a reaction about.
No, this is like, other than the Wheel of Fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune. The skewers of meat.
It's hard to say if they got any food there. I see just like a bunch of food. The meat skewers, probably not into that. But I'll take a burger in a wood box. That's about what I'm about. Maybe skip that with the weird UK bacon.
They like that weird bacon, sir. Tell us about West Ham United. Tell us about the Hammers.
Look, West Ham United, sir, the Hammers, founded along the Thames, sir. Thames Ironworks and Shipbuilding. It's the shipyard where the club was founded in 1895. Workers literally forged warships on the same banks the team now represents. Their new house is the Olympic Stadium. We're not playing there, but we're all at Old Trafford. It's a nice stadium, but you hate that track.
The worst.
As the viewer, it's just not ideal. But when it comes to getting a free stadium or one built by the state, you'll take it. Obviously, the West Ham song, you remember it from Green Street Hooligans. If you haven't seen Green Street Hooligans, you should watch that movie. I'm forever blowing bubbles. It's their anthem. And by lifting the 2023 UEFA Conference League, beating Fiorentina in Prague, West Ham ended a 43-year major trophy drought. I don't know if the Conference League is a major trophy, but I guess they count it as such.
It is now, sir. It is now. If we won it, we'd be touting it. We'd be all about it. They're currently sitting in 17th place. We already talked about that. 2 points being United, 2 points behind United. They finished last season in 9th place, also right behind United in 8th. Manager watch. We know him well. Look at that face. Graham Potter, the 49-year-old Brit, unusual coaching route. After a modest playing career, he earned a master's in leadership and emotional intelligence, then rebuilt Östern FK from Sweden's 4th tier to Europa League round of 32 in just 7 seasons. Returned to England in 2019, guiding Brighton to their highest ever Premier League finish before a brief, turbulent spell in charge of Chelsea. He's got a very player-centric culture, known for book clubs, ballet workshops, and community projects while he's in Sweden. He likes to expand the players' creativity and cohesion off the pitch. Sounds a little bit like good old Arteta, the bluffer. Tactics. He's a shapeshifter, comfortably flips between a back 3 and a back 4 system, often tweaking mid-game to gain numerical superiority in wide areas. Ball progression focus. They use a short, patient build-up with rotated midfield triangles. Center backs invited to step into the midfield to find line-breaking passes. And he likes to encourage wingbacks and attacking mids to float into half spaces, create overloads that draw opponents out. So we know West Ham, they're going to be coming at us. Old English football, sir. Old English football, they got nasty fans. So they got a famous firm, like you said, Green Street Hooligans, United away. They talk about it in the movie. You always got to fear United away, sir. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely, sir. You want to talk about their top talent?
Let's talk about top talent in the squad. We're looking at this is Transfer Market. Top-rated, most valuable player is in their squad. Mohamed Kudus, we know him well. He joined from Ajax. Jared Bowen, he's injured, but Paqueta is a attacking Brazilian player who offers some threat. Evan Ferguson joined from Brighton on loan. He was a player that we were attached to for a little bit. AWB, bro. Miss Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's having a decent little career there. But yeah, Bowen's the danger man. Paqueta is a player to watch, and Kudus, his dribbling, probably the player we should have signed from Ajax, if we're honest, instead of Anthony, even though he continues to tear it up in the Conference League. Let's get into their recent record. Not in terrific form, but a tough team to break down. Lots of draws. They drew Spurs 1-1. They got edged by Brighton slightly 3-2. They drew Southampton 1-1. They lost to the Scouse Bastards 2-1. They drew Bournemouth, and they lost to Wolves. So, they're a team right below us. They're not great. They're about United's level. We could certainly use a win in the league, but, at least we're playing at Old Trafford.
I think you want to win this game.
You do.
And I think you want to play your best players that you have and what you're thinking about playing in the final for 60 minutes. And then maybe you went against Chelsea even less. So I have a feeling you got to come out strong. We did lose to them earlier in the year 2-1. Last 5 against them, we've lost 3, 1-2. They're an absolutely shit side. I just think the Moyes factor back in the day, he would always get one on us. But Graham Potter, we shall see, sir.
Like I said, they haven't beaten us at Old Trafford in 18 years. So that's got to give us a little hope. Kudus is my player to watch. With Bowen, looks to be out, right? I think he picked up an injury. Yeah, Graham Potter, let's say, major doubt. Bowen, I think he pulled a hamstring during the Spurs match. But Kudus is not having the year he had last year. He was flying. He's only has 4 goals and 2 assists in the EPL this season. Let's talk about their starting 11. Areola's in net. We know AWB. He plays a right wing back. They'd like the 3 of the backs too, sir. They have Souček, proper unit in the middle of the pitch. Bowen played in this game. This is the Spurs game, but he pulled up during that match. And Fulkrug, their giant German striker, sir. So, an EPL side, but a side that should be a good tune-up match, like you said, in advance of the big match on the 21st. And talking about injuries, like I mentioned, Bowen's got a hamstring injury. Kudus has an ankle bruise, but he's likely to start. Paqueta is suspended because of the yellow card. Zuma hurt his knee from kicking a cat. And then Alvarez has a groin tightness. So who knows what's going to happen with the team. The ref watch is too early. Let's get into Man United starting 11. So this is the 11 from the Brentford loss last weekend. Just to remind folks, we had Bindier in net, Shaw, DeLitt, Fredrickson as a back 3, Mosser left wing back, Dogu right wing back, Mainu Ugarte is the holding 2, Garnacho Mount, and Cheeto Obi as our striker. What are you looking for your starting 11 on this Sunday match against the Hammers, sir?
It is a tight turnaround. I would like to see, because you have to remember we have 2 matches
Yep.
before the final.
Right.
And Chelsea's on a Friday.
Yep.
That gives us extra rest versus Tottenham, which is a benefit for United.
No, they moved it. They moved Tottenham's game to Friday as well. I know. I know. Sorry, it's okay.
Who moved it?
The FA moved it. We got to beat them fair and square. It's okay. It's better that way.
That is the most outlandish
No,
thing
it
I've
should be
ever
that
in
way.
my life.
It should be that
That's
way.
it. Like, by the way, the schedule was set.
Of
So,
course.
like, how does that, like,
They wouldn't have moved it for United, by the way. I must say they would never have moved it for United.
Ever. That's insane. Like, it's set. I've never that does not, like, of all the things we've seen.
They moved it.
Games, cups, that is outland. Like, that is to move it to Friday.
Friday. We're gonna beat them, bro. Don't worry. We got it, sir. We got to be able to beat fucking Spurs. What are you thinking, sir? Are you gonna go hard? Maz needs to blow.
No, Maz, yeah. Maz is playing his way out of the final. Unfortunately, that's the writing on the wall, for me. But the fact that Delo's out, there's no other options. I think you got to play the same. I think you got to play the same 11, and slot in Ahmad in there. That's what I would do. Because you have to tune the starting 11 has to get 60 minutes or 45. Like, it's a fitness issue here. And then you're eventually going to get Bruno off. You're going to get Ahmad off. The question is, who do you bring in? But you're not going to get this. I'd be surprised to see like a Fredrickson buy Indy or Ahmad situation, because you actually need the fitness.
Yeah, I think the only player that's definitely going to be arrested because he looked cooked, and they actually mentioned it in the game yesterday, the game against Bilbao, is that he's played the most games of any Manchester United player, even more than Bruno Fernandes. I think he played like 53 games, and he looks fucking dusted. But you're right. I think he wants players to work into form. I think the only one I'm nervous about is Shaw. But I don't know if he's switch with him. He's definitely going to give Casemiro a blow, I would imagine. But I think you're right. I think he'll go strong in that team.
Who needs fitness? Mount needs fitness. Ahmad needs fitness. Luke Shaw needs fitness. Mainu needs fitness. Like, all the players that need it will probably get it.
Yeah. And then players who need goals, like, fucking just put in Højlund, you know?
I like Cheeto, man. I don't know.
I like Cheeto too, but he's a kid.
I like to see Højlund get some time and then sub him in. But Cheeto, to me, like, I know it's crazy, but like, I would not. I honestly, like, I would be thinking about starting him in the final, just because.
No way.
It's not there. Højlund just doesn't do it.
Physically, you can't, like, he's not ready. He's a kid.
Like, you have to have your striker score like, Cheeto has looked close to scoring open play goals. Højlund has not looked like he is going to assist or beat a man to score a goal, and you need that in like, Cheeto gives you that. Like, it's crazy to say it. I'm just saying you're getting so little of that from Højlund. And I know Højlund's getting the minutes, but it's just, you need that 1v1 danger, and I just up top, we're dying for that. We're dying for that.
Yeah, well, I think we're dying for the player that Cheeto will be in like 3 years, but I don't see him starting.
I don't see it.
It just speaks to how poor Højlund's been, that like we're ready to start a 17-year-old who looks like a boy. I mean, I hate to say it, he's still got that boyish face.
When Harry Maguire looks like a better striker, then you're in trouble.
Let's get to the odds. United finally the favorites, sir. We haven't been the favorites in a minute. -110 at home, +260 for the draw, and +300 for the West Ham victory. Given the odds, I think I'm up. Is that correct? I am up. I think Manchester United are going to win this game 2-1. Nice, close, tight game, but we get some momentum. I think we play a pretty strong. I think Mount gets another goal, and I think Bruno gets a goal. What is your prediction?
I'm going to go 1-0 Manchester United to win.
There we go, sir. Clean sheet. And, West Ham, the Hammers. Let's go. Tune-up match. Let's go. No injuries.
If we lose, does it dent our confidence for the final?
Depends on how you lose. Like, I think it depends on how many subs we make. Depends on what kind of 11 we start. There's a nature of how, losing is not just like a binary thing. I don't think it doesn't hurt. It doesn't help.
Like, by the way, playing by
help.
ear is a good idea just because you don't want Onana to make errors.
Correct.
You know, it's like that's how bad he is. You know, like that's like
he was okay. He was fine against Bilbao.
you're like you and me both are in agreement not to play him every game because he might make errors that could dent his confidence. Like that's like also like I've never even
he scrambled eggs, bro. It's like he's having a bad moment.
Thought of that concept before in a keeper. You know what I'm saying? But like I do think you have to do that because you have to keep it like so straight for Onana.
So you wouldn't play him until the final.
I wouldn't play him this game.
I wouldn't play him against Chelsea. Play him against West Ham at home, not Chelsea, who's whatever, in the hunt of the top.
Play by that. Why do you play Bayern there? That
it worked.
Bayern was the one who absorbed the 4 goals. So like you might want that till the final. Like I could see going either way, but it would be interesting question. There's lots of questions about the starting 11 here, sir. We're confident it'll win. If you like the American Red Devils, drop a like and subscribe on our video. Comment below. Let us know what you think the score will be. What is your score prediction for West Ham versus Manchester United? Also, check out our store, americanreddevils.store. Grab some merch, patreon.com/americanreddevils, and americanreddevils.com, sir. Tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews, the American Red Devils podcast. Wherever you listen, it's a great way to support the pod. It helps us get found organically by other top Muppets like yourself. And we're giving away free merch. Just write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify and send a screenshot of that review to americanreddevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. We appreciate it. It goes a long way. It's been a hell of a season. Let's do top downloads. Last 7 days, top 10 cities. Number 1, how you doing? Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, Dublin, Ireland, Melbourne, Australia, Brooklyn, New York, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, Oslo, Norway, and Portland, Oregon. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. West Ham, let's go. Strong 11. Let's get a win. Let's get some goals. Mount, Bruno, Ahmad, Kobe. Now we have options, sir. It's going to be tough for the man. He hasn't had any options all season. Now all of a sudden he's going to have real choices on that final.
Come on, United.
Come on, United. Let's go. United Calypso. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you guys all next time.